Welcome to day 2 of my Chicago Golf's Indoor Golf Challenge. Thank you again for joining me. In day 1, we were building a foundation. So we talked about how to put our hands on a golf club, how to stand to the ball, and how to walk into a golf shot. Today, I want to go into detail about what makes a good golf shot. We're going to talk about, in particular, what the club has to do at the bottom of the golf swing for your golf ball to go up in the air, travel towards the target, and have the appropriate distance. It's also going to feel good and sound good too. I want to use some slow motion video of Adam Scott's swing, very fundamentally sound. I want to paint a picture in your mind of really what the club has to do at impact. I'm also going to give you some drills that you could do again in your living room, on your rooftop, on your porch, stuff that you could do in a limited amount of space that will help you hit the ball better. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go into detail about how the golf club works and what it needs to do at the bottom of the swing for you to hit good golf shots out on the course. It's important to understand that the club head makes a big circle shape around our body. And the circle has a low point. There's going to be a bottom to your golf swing. The center of our swing would be our head and our spine and our belt buckle, and the club head is going to swing around us. So the first main priority is having control of the low point, or the bottom of your golf swing. And what we want when at the bottom of the swing, we want that club to smoothly descend right into the back of the ball and then brush the grass. You know, technically the low point of the golf swing is actually past the ball. We never want to hit that ground before the ball. Always hit ball first, then the ground. The next idea that we need to swing towards the target. So our golf swing's that big circle, and we don't want to have a circle shape that's kind of too flat and round, kind of like a merry-go-round. We don't want to have a shape to your circle or your swing that's too vertical, like a Ferris wheel. We're going to want something that's kind of right in the middle, and that's what makes the bottom of the swing smoothly brush the ground. If the swing gets too flat, it becomes difficult to brush the grass. If it comes down too steep, then you're hitting too much ground. So the idea of swinging towards the target, that's going to be needed for your good golf shots out there. The final piece that I want to discuss is the club face. So you'll notice that I taped a pen to this golf club, and this pen will show where the club face is pointed. And so the ball will take off where this golf club is pointed. So if you make swings that are going towards the target with the club face pointed towards the target, and we're hitting that ball first and brushing the grass, you're gonna hit a good golf shot. So I always kind of giggle to myself because it sounds so simple. Swing towards the target, have the club pointed towards the target, hit that ball first. But it's good fundamentals that make that possible. So if we're talking fundamentals, no better player to look at than Adam Scott. He has a lot of the checkpoints from day 1. He has his hips pushed back. If we drew a line down from his rear, you'll see it's a couple inches behind his heel. He's got the arms hanging down, line from the front of the shoulder through the front of the hands. He's got that hands width space between the body and the club, and he has good balance in his feet. So let's look at how the club is moving through impact. We're going to start over here on the right-hand side, and he is hitting a long iron. So I imagine he is hitting a 4-iron. He's hitting a tee shot. Now, this camera angle is a little bit off, so it makes the ball look like it's back in his stance, and that's why camera angles are important. But I want to really go into detail about how the club is moving through impact. So if we're drawing a line right through the ball, the club is going to be coming down. The bottom of the swing should be close to brushing the grass here, and then it should start going up. And so let's look at how this club is moving through. Club's moving down, and that is the low point of his golf swing right there. Low point happens after the ball. Good thing to notice here too, he's not going to make a really deep divot. especially with your long clubs, we do not want the club to be slamming into the ground. It's just going to smoothly brush the grass. When we look at some of his impact alignments, we will see without a doubt his weight is on his front foot. So there has been a shift. Okay. We see that the hips are open. They're about 45 degrees open here. And he has good structure in his arms and his hands. So good impact alignment. When we're, the low point of his swing is in the correct spot. When we're looking at direction, all right, let's look at this left-hand side. If we are drawing a line down the fairway, kind of back to his golf ball, and we zoom in, we could see how this club comes through. It comes through from the inside. Looks like he's gonna hit the center of the face. And then that ball takes off. Look at that position right there. He hits the center of the face. The club face is looking towards the target. Ball is taken off where the face is pointed. And this Masters champion is making it look pretty simple right here, going right down the fairway. So have the bottom of the swing in the right spot. Have your golf club pointed towards the target. Swing towards the target. So some drills you could do at home to help you with your impact. You're gonna need the alignment stick, and I have a couple boxes that I'm actually gonna use, but you could get creative with how to do it. So what we're doing, I'm creating a ramp. I'm taking a flat box and I'm putting a shoe underneath it. And I'm putting this ramp right behind where I'm gonna make practice swings. The purpose of this ramp is to give you a visualization of the club descending as it comes down and brushes the grass. It also gives you the feeling of the club having to go up in the air when it goes back. So we don't want to bring it back really, wide and low. Not when we're trying to really brush the grass. So we want to have the feeling of the club going up in the air and then down the ramp. And your goal, I would first give yourself about a foot of space. And you could do it with both hands. Small swings, just waist high to waist high. We're getting a feeling of the club bottoming out, and we're avoiding the ramp. As you get better, you could start to move back a little bit. You could start to maybe go 6 inches. Up the ramp, down the ramp. Up the ramp, down the ramp. And then you could get even a little bit closer to it. Here we go. Up the ramp, down the ramp. All right. I would first do this without a golf ball, and then you could place a golf ball there. So that's the first drill. And that again gives you the feeling of the club moving down. The next box drill that I have, this is a long box, and I'm placing it outside of the golf ball. So this is to help give us feedback that we are swinging towards the target. That first drill was to help give you a visual for the low point, getting the bottom to hit the ball first and then the ground. And then this second one is to help you with swing direction. And you could actually put them together like this. I have the ramp and something soft. Again, when you guys are making this at home, just use soft objects where if you hit it with the club, it's not going to do anything. And so now I have kind of like a super station right here. So I know if I'm not hitting anything, then my club, and I'm hearing that sound, my club is moving correctly at the bottom. If we were worrying about or thinking about club face, this is where you could just take a pen like I have and just tape it to the club face. And I like pause drills. I would like you to go back and pause and then bring it right back down and say like, hey, where is that club face pointed? Where is that? Is it pointed to the right, straight, or left? Can we avoid these objects and have a straight club face? All right. Last 2 drills. What we're trying to do now, we're trying to educate the hands. We have to teach the hands to not break down. So when we make our swing, We don't want to have the hands break down through the hitting area. So very basic drill. You're taking one of your alignment sticks and you're putting it even with your golf club. You could grip it like this. You could put a piece of tape. You could even take the alignment stick and put it in the grip. But what I want you to do with this, I want you to make some swings where you're able to come through and not hit yourself with this alignment stick. If you flip your hands, this is where we would hit ourselves. And this is where we had trouble with the bottom of our swing. So there is a hinge going back, so it could go up the ramp. If I didn't hinge, I would hit it. So there's a hinge going back. It's going to brush the grass, and then my hands are solid coming through. So all you guys are having short game issues or chipping issues, this is kind of a classic go-to drill. Final drill with the alignment stick. Okay. We'd be putting it right through the belt loops. And the reason we want to do this is because it gives us a visual with what our lower body is doing through the swing, but particularly through impact and the follow through. If these hips stay still and they don't open, it's going to be impossible to keep length in your arms. The hips have to pivot for you to keep the length. So we're just kind of blending these together. And what I'd recommend when you're at your place, do the same routine that we did in day one, learning the foundation. Do that same routine where club, or grip, club, balance, and swing through, and then start to add these drills. I would like to have you do sets of 10. Do 10 with the ramp, do 10 with the box, do 10 with the alignment stick in your hands, and then do 10 with the alignment stick through your belt loops. And this is some really good practice to improve your impact fundamentals.